Welcome back mga kamatlets. It's me again, Teacher Robert. So in our previous video, we discussed about transforming rational numbers from fraction form to decimal form and vice versa. Now in this video, our topic is all about operations on rational numbers. So this video will help you master your skills, in particular in performing those fundamental operations of mathematics on rational numbers. Okay? So when we talk about rational numbers, it's all about fraction form and decimals. Okay. Any number that can be translated into or rewrite in the form of a over b, that is a rational number. But in general, we have can be a fraction or a decimal. Now, so operations on rational numbers. So let's start with addition and subtraction of fraction. So I believe that this topic was already discussed when you were in elementary. This topic was included in elementary mathematics, but for the sake of those student nga wala pa hindi pa alam yung mga hindi pa na master yung skills, so we have to discuss this addition and subtraction of fraction. So when you see rational fraction, applying those knowledge that we have learned, in particular sa integers, no? Sa integers. So applying integers, we have or sign numbers. So hindi na siya basta-basta fraction lang, meron na siyang sign, negative, it could be negative or positive, no? So addition and subtraction of fraction. Tatagalog ako ngayon kasi may mga estudyante na hindi para magkaintindihan tayo lahat. Okay, we have addition and subtraction of fraction. Pasensya na po. We have, in adding and subtracting fraction, we have to consider if there are similar fractions, dissimilar fractions, or mixed fraction. Now, when you are going to add or subtract fraction, you have to consider if those fractions are similar, dissimilar. When you say similar, we have fractions of the same denominator. We have dissimilar, kabaliktaran. We have fractions nga na hindi pareho yung denominator. Or mixed fraction, it is a combination of both whole number and proper fraction. We have, okay, let's start with the similar fraction. Similar fractions are fractions that have the same denominator. Now, if you are going to add similar fractions, for example, we have, those are the example of similar fraction. We have 1 over 6, 5 over 6, 11 over 6, 3 over 6, 13 over 6. So, kung nakikita nyo dyan, we have pareho yung LCD ng bawat fraction. So, pareho. Then, the numerator, even though numerator have different numbers, they are not the same. As long as the denominator is the same, so this is what we call similar fraction. So, pareho. So, another example is 1 over 12, 5 over 12, 17 over 12, 3 over 12, 7 over 12. Pareho pa rin yung denominator. Kahit hindi pareho yung numerator, basta pareho yung denominator, matatawag silang similar fraction. Okay? Okay, we have, take note that a fraction can be added and subtracted only when these fractions are similar fraction. So, kung kailangan muna nating i-transform, kung hindi sila similar, kailangan i-transform into similar fraction para ma-solve, para ma-add at ma-subtract. We have, if A, B, and C denote integers and B is less or not equal to 0, then A over B plus C over B is equal to A plus C over B. So, ibig sabihin yan, if you are going to add fraction, you have to copy the denominator. You have just copy the denominator, then add the numerator. Add the numerator. Same as in subtraction of fraction, of similar fraction. We have a over b minus c over b is equal to a minus c. As you observe, yung numerator lang sinubtract, no? Yung numerator. So, only the numerator are subtracted, but the denominator are just copied, no? Just copied. We have copy, kinopya lang yung denominator. May hirapan tayo sa kalisod dito. Okay. We have, for example, so these are the examples of adding and subtracting fractions, in particular the similar fractions. We have example number 1, 1 over 5 plus 2 over 5. The denominator is 5, both 5 pareho sila. So we have to copy the denominator, then we have to add the numerator, 1 plus 2. That is 1 plus 2 is equal to 3 over 5. Ganyan. So, yung number 2, 5 over 21 plus 3 over 21, pareho sila. So, similar sila. So, pareho 21. So, you have to copy the denominator, which is 21. Then, add the numerator. 5 plus 3, that is 5 plus 3 is equal to 8. So, 8 over 21. Ganyan. Same as in subtraction of fraction. We have 6 over 7 minus 2 over 7 is equal to 6 minus 2 over 7. Just copy the denominator. Then subtract the numerator. 6 minus 2, that is 4. 4 over 7. Okay, another example is 8 over 15 minus 4 over 15. So, pareho sila ng denominator. You have to copy the denominator. Then, you have to subtract the numerator. We have 8 minus 4 is equal to 4 over 15. 4 over 15. Okay? Ganyan. Now, how about dissimilar fraction? We have dissimilar fraction or fraction with different denominators, as I've said. So, these are the example of dissimilar fraction. We have 1 over 2, 5 over 3, 11 over 6, and 1 over 12, 5 over 7, 17 over 22. The denominator. So, ibig sabihin, ang basihan kung paano masasabi nating similar at dissimilar sila ay sa pamamagitan ng denominator. Nakuha? Denominator. Di bali nang magkapareho or magkaiba sila ng numerator, as long as pareho sila ng denominator, similar yon. No? Pero, pag hindi sila pareho ng denominator, kahit pareho sila ng numerator, dissimilar ang tawag. Nakuha, dissimilar. So, like for example, this one, we have 2, 3, 6. The denominators are 2, 3, and 6. So, we have 12, 7, and 22. Di pareho. They are not the same. So, kahit pare-pareho sila ng numerator, basta hindi sila pareho ng denominator, dissimilar ang tawag. Dissimilar fraction. So, dissimilar fractions cannot be added or subtracted directly. It can be subtract, but not directly. So, dadaan pa siya ng maraming proseso. Kuha? Dadaan pa siya ng maraming proseso bago siya ma-subtract and ma-add. Okay. So, first, you need to convert dissimilar fraction to similar fraction. So, yun nga. You are going to convert dissimilar fraction to similar fraction bago mo i-add o i-subtract. Okay? So, these are the steps in adding and subtracting fraction. These are the steps. So, with different denominators, we have A over B and C over D. They are not the same. So, where B is not equal to 0 and D is not equal to 0. Bakit? Kapag na-equal to 0 yan, undefined ang labas. No? Undefined. Magiging undefined. So, we have to rename. First, we are going to rename the fraction to make them similar, which denominator is the least common multiple of B and D. Second, add or subtract the numerator of the resulting fractions. Okay? So, we have write the result as a fraction whose numerator is the sum or difference of the numerators and which denominator is the least common multiple of B over B and D. B and D. So, like for example, we have 2 over 5 plus 1 over 4. They are dissimilar. Di pareho ang denominator. So, first thing to do is to find the LCD. The LCD is 20 because the LCM of 5 and 4 is 20. Sir, paano yan? Paano nangyari yan? So, ito na, LCM. Ganito yung kung paano hanapin yung LCM. So, we have, ilagay lahat yung multiple ng 5. So, you have to put first the multiples of each number. So, we have 5. The multiple of 5 are 5, 10, 15, 20, and so on and so forth. Diba? Then, the multiple of 4 is 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, so on and so forth. So, magkapareho sila sa 20. Both numbers have common in 20. Meron pa yung number na pareho sila. Pero yung least common, yung pinakamaliit na numero na kung saan pareho sila, ay 20. Diba? 20 pareho 20. So, therefore, the LCM is 20. Now, we are going to use that LCM, the least common multiple of both number, which is 20. Then, we are going to use as the LCD of our fraction. The LCD. So, matatawag na siyang LCD. Kasi, ginamit natin siya sa denominator. Ginamit natin siya bilang denominator. Least common denominator na. Denominator, the LCD. Okay. Pero proseso sa paghahanap ng LCD ay gamit ang LCM. So we have that 20. So we are going to rename each fraction into a fraction, into similar fraction. Rename siya. I-rename. So we have this one. 2 over 5 plus 1 over 4 is equal to 8 over 20. Paano yan, sir? Paano nangyari yan? 8 over 20 plus 5 over 20. Ito na yung bagong mukha ng ating fraction. Bagong mukha. Ang 2 over 5 ay naging 8 over 20 at ang 1 over 4 ay nagiging 5 over 20. Kuha? Paano yan, sir? Ito yung ginawa ko. You have to 20 divide 5 because, kasi yung LCD natin is 20, di ba? So, 20 divide 5 is 4. Kuha? 4. Then, pagkatapos, ay minomultiply ko sa 2, the numerator, multiplied by 2, which is the numerator. So, 4 times 2 is 8. So, nagiging 8 yung numerator. Kuha. Then, yun nga, yung nagiging, ilagay natin, bagong mukha, 8 over 20. Then, isa, 1/4. Yung 1/4, paano naging 5 over 20? Ito, 20 divide 4 is 5 times 1 is 5. Okay? So, ganyan. So, ang bagong mukha is 8 over 20 plus 5 over 20 is equal to, then, similar na sila. So, copy the numerator, which is 20, then add the numerator. No, copy the denominator, then add the numerator. 8 plus 5, which is 13. So, the answer is 13 over 20. Okay, I'm going to show you the trick. Isa ka trick kung paano i-solve yung dissimilar fraction na hindi na dadaan dito. Diretso na dito. Hindi na dadaan. Shortcut, kumbaga, shortcut. Okay, ito. 2 over 5 plus 1 over 4. Of course, gagawa ka ng ganyan, bar, di ba? Okay, first thing to do is to multiply both numerator, denominator. We have 5 times 4. The result is 20, correct? The next is you are going to cross multiply 2 times 4. 2 times 4. Okay, the result is 8. Then, copy what is the sign, which is plus, di ba? Plus, copy what is the operation. We have plus. Then, multiply again ang isa, cross. We have 5 times 1 is 5. So, that is 8 plus 5. The result is 13 over 20. Pareho. Pero, hindi na siya dumaan sa transforming, yung renaming. Hindi na rin siya dumaan sa find the LCD. Okay. So, shortcut. Okay, example number 2, 2 over 3 minus 1 half, the subtraction. So the LCD or the denominator are 3 and 2. So we are going, they are dissimilar, different, no? They're not the same. So we are going to find the common multiple of both of this number. So we have 3, the multiples of 3 are 3, 6, 9, 12. And 2, the multiples of 2 are 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 12. As you observe, pareho sila may common na 6 at 12. Pareho sila may numero na 6 at 12. Pero yung kukunin natin is yung pinakamaliit. So 6 and 12, ang mas maliit ay 6. So yun ang kukunin natin or yun ang gagamitin natin. The LCM of 3 and 2 is 6. Therefore, the LCD is 6. Yun, kung paano kinuha yung LCD. Then, proceed. So, using the LCD renaming, so we have 2 over 3 minus 1 half is equal to 4 over 6 minus 3 over 6. So, paano yan? Paano? This is yung bagong mukha, di ba? So, 4 over 6. So, galing 2 over 3. So, paano yan? 6 divide 3, 2 times 2, 4. Okay, ganyan. Then, copied the subtraction sign, we have then 1 half nagiging 3 over 6 because 6 divide 2 is 3 times 1, 3. So nagiging 3 over 6. So then they are now similar. So ito yon. So copy the denominator, then subtract the numerator. 4 minus 3 is 1. So that is 1 over 6. So shortcut tayo. So we have 3. So ito yung problem, 2 over 3 minus 1 half is equal to multiply 3 and 2, that is 6, then cross multiply 2 times 2 is 4. Copy the sign or copy the operation, which is minus, then cross multiply again. We have 3 times 1 is 3. So that is 4 minus 3 is 1 over 6. Okay, same result. Pero mas madali. Okay. Kayo nang bahala kung ano ang gagamitin. Alin dyan ang gagamitin. As long as you derive the correct answer. So okay. We have mixed number. Mixed numbers. So we have mixed numbers are quantities that have a whole number part and a fraction part. So these are the example of mixed fraction or the mixed number. We have 3 and 1/4. This is read as 3 and 1/4, where 3 is whole number and fraction is 1/4. We have 7 and 2 over 3. We have whole number ang 7, tapos yung 2 over 3 ang fraction. Okay, that is a example of mixed number. Then how we are going to do the addition and subtraction of mixed number? So we have find the LCD of fraction in a mixed number to make them similar fraction. Add and subtract the whole number and the similar fraction, then simplify if the resulting fraction is improper fraction. So, okay. So, ganito yan. Example number 1. We have 2 over 3, 2 and 3/4 plus 1 and 2/3. So, we have this part. So, ginawang table. Gumawa ng table. We have whole number and fraction. So, we have you have to separate the whole number, then the fraction. The whole number is 2 and 3. So, that is 2 plus 3 is equal to 3. Then, the fraction is 3/4 plus 2/3. Dissimilar. So, gagamitin natin LCD, transform, or rename. So, bagong mukha is 9 over 12 plus 8 over 12. So, we have 9 plus 8 is 17 over 12. As you observe, 7 over 12 is improper. It can transform as 1 over 5/12. So, meron na namang whole number. So, whole number ulit, ang 1. So, ipa-plus sa 3. So, that is 3 plus 1 and 5 over 12. That is 4 and 5 over 12. Okay? Pero, same as example that previous examples, so we have a trick on that, no? Na trick. So this is the given. So we have 2 and 3/4 plus 1 and 2/3. Okay? So ito yung trick. So we are going to transform we are going to transform this mixed number into improper fraction. Improper fraction tayo. So, improper. So, si 2 and 3/4 magiging 11/4. Paano nangyari? Ito yon. I-multiply si whole number sa denominator. 2 times 4, that is 8. Then, add the numerator, which is 3. Add. So, again, 4 times 2 is 8 plus 3, 11. So, yan, 11. Copy the denominator. Diba? Next is itong 1 and 2/3. 1 and 2/3. So, 3 times 1 is 3 plus 2, 5. So, nagiging 5/3. So, ganyan. So, ito na. 11/4 plus 5/3. So, pwede natin gamitin yung cross multiplication, yung trick natin kanina. So, we have 4 times 3 is 12. 3 times 11 is 33. Plus 4 times 5 is 20. So, 33 plus 20 is 53/12. So, improper siya. So, we are going to rewrite this one into mixed number kasi improper siya. Improper. So, magiging, paano gawin? We are going to divide 53 divided by 12. So, the result is 4. 4, sir. Tapos, remainder 5. Diba? Ito yung ginagawa nyo sa elementary. 4. Tapos, remainder 5. Okay. Ito yung gagawin. So, we have yung 4, yung whole number. Yung remainder, magiging numerator. Tapos, yung 12, denominator, of course. Okay, ito. 4 and 5/12. Kasi, pag in-multiply natin, 4 times 12 is 48 plus 5, magiging 53, diba? Diba? Same result. Pero, mas madali ito. Okay? Pero nasa sa inyo kung alin dito ang gagamitin nyo, mas nadadalian kayo. Okay? We have number 2. 7 and 1/2 minus 1 and 1/3. 1 and 1/3. So, as I've said, pwede natin i-separate yung whole number at saka fraction. So, we have 1/2 minus 1/3 yung fraction. Tapos, transform or rename it into similar fraction. We have 3/6 minus 2/6. Magiging, we have 3 minus 2, 1/6. Then, the whole number is 7 minus 1. We have 6 and 1/6. Okay? Pero, yung trick natin ito. So, ito, from this given, magiging 7 and 1/2 minus 1 and 1/3 is equal to 15/2 minus 4/3. 15/2 si 7 and 1/2. Then 4/3 si 1 and 1/3. Okay. Cross multiply. We have the trick. We have 2 times 3 is 6. 3 times 15 is 45. Minus 2 times 4 is 8. So 45 minus 8 is 37/6. So divide natin. Yung remainder is 1. So the numerator will be 1. So that is, we have, that is 6. Wala, yung sagot 6. So yung sagot is 6 and 1/6. Okay, pareho yung sagot ito. Okay, next. Okay, we have to proceed the multiplication and division of fraction. Multiplication and division of fraction. We have multiplication of fraction. To multiply fraction, multiply numerator by numerator and denominator by denominator. Write the answer in simplest form. So, ito, yung multiplication and division of fraction, hindi na kailangan kung similar fraction ba siya o hindi, no? Kahit hindi siya similar or dissimilar, disregard, no matter what, no? What kind of fraction is that? You have to follow the rule. The rule is, when you multiply the fraction, you have to multiply numerator by numerator, then denominator by denominator. Then simplify. Okay? Like for example, this one. A over B times C over D. So that is A times C. So the result is AC. B times D, BD. Okay. Example. We have the problem. Example, no? Problem, real life problem. So we have this one. It takes Ida 3/4 of an hour to complete a piece of cross stitch. how many hours will it take her to complete a dozen pieces? Okay? So this call for multiplication sentence. So si Aida kuno mahumanid ang usa ka cross stitch sa 3/4 hour. Oh. Then sa pila man kuno ka oras si Aida mahumanid makumpleto ni ang usa ka dosina nga kabuok nga cross stitch. Huh? Okay, this call for multiplication, that is 3/4 times 12. So that is equal to 3/4 times 12 over 1. Sir, ganong na may 1? Bakit may 1, sir? Di ba? Every whole number, it is assumed that it is understood that every whole number has a denominator of 1. So that is renaming 12 to 12 over 1. So that makes 3 times 12, that is 36. 4 times 1 is 4. So simplest form is 36 divided 4 is 9. So thus, Aida can complete a dozen pieces in 9 hours. Okay. So example number 2, find the product of 3 over 5, then 2 over 5, 3 over 5 times 2 over 3. So we have 3 times 2 is 6, 5 times 3 is 15. Okay, by the way, this symbol, the close and open parenthesis, is the symbol for multiplication. It is the symbol for multiplication. When you say 2, close and open parenthesis, na sunod, sunod. Yung we have 3 over 5. Nahirapan tayo sa kalisod. You have 3 over 5 times 2 over 3 is equal to, we have as I've said, the close open parenthesis in mathematics can be used as a multiplication symbol. We have 3 times 2 is 6, 5 times 3 is 15. Okay. You multiply the numerator by numerator and denominator by denominator. Okay. So then 6 over 15 can be simplified man siya, still it can be simplified. So dili na siya may final answer na to. It is not our final answer. So we have to simplify that one. Kailangan nating paliitin pa. You have to simplify. You have 6 over 15 divided by, so in simplifying fraction, you have to find a number that can be divided both numerator and denominator. So a number that can be divided by both numerator and denominator, to both numerator and denominator, is 3. So divide both the numerator and denominator with 3. So 3 over 3, that is 6 divided 3 is 2, 15 divided 3 is 5. So 2 over 5 is the simplest form. Therefore, thus the product is 2 over 5. Okay. Now let's proceed to the division of fraction. Division of fraction. Now to divide fraction, multiply the dividend by the multiplicative inverse or the reciprocal of the divisor. You already know what is this multiplicative inverse because it was already discussed in our previous video. So we have multiplicative inverse, kabaliktaran ng isang fraction. So, like for example, A over B, kabaliktaran yan, B over A. Okay. So if the given is a mixed fraction, change to improper fraction and follow the first rule. Okay. A over B is divided by C over D. So is equal to, copy the first number, which is the dividend, which is A over B, then multiply. So from division, multiplication na ang gagamitin natin kasi yung divisor natin ay kinuha na natin yung reciprocal or the multiplicative inverse of our divisor, which is from C over D nagiging D over C. Baliktad. Ang numerator ay nagiging denominator at ang denominator ay naging numerator. So then proceed to the rules of multiplication, which is A times D, which is ED, and B times C is BC. Okay, correct? So, let's proceed to the example. So, consider this situation. A 20-liter tank is to be filled with water by repeatedly pouring from a can which hold 2 and 1/2 liters. How many times pouring are needed to fill the tank? Okay. So, we have 20 divided by 2 and 1/2. So, that is a mixed fraction. 2 and 1/2. Mixed fraction, di ba? Rule number 2 in division of fraction is if the given fraction is a mixed number, you have to change it to improper fraction. So that is 2 and 1/2 can change to improper fraction, which is 5/2. Okay? 2 times 2 is 4 plus 1 is 5. So that makes 5/2. So ito na, 20 divided by 5/2. So yung 20, nilagyan natin ng denominator na 1 kasi understood naman na lahat ng whole number ay may denominator na 1, di ba? So, 20/1 times, multiplication na tayo kasi kinuha na natin yung multiplicative inverse ng ating divisor. So, ang multiplicative inverse ng ating divisor ay 2/5. So, mula sa 5/2, naging 2/5. Multiplicative inverse. Tapos, apply the rule for multiplication of fraction. We have multiplying fraction. We have 20 times 2 is 40. 1 times 5 is 5. So, 40 divide 5 is 8. So, the answer is 8. So, thus, it requires 8 pourings of water to fill the 20-liter tank. Okay. The answer is 8. So, 8 pourings of water. Okay. So, example number 2. Find the quotient. We have 6 and 2/3 divided by 1 and 1/2. So, both dividend and the divisor are mixed number. So, first thing to do is to change it to improper fraction. So, from 6 and 2/3 nagiging 20/3. Paano yan? Paano nangyari? 3 times 6 is 18 plus 2 is 20. So, 20/3. Then, ang 1 and 1/2 ay nagiging 3/2. Then, get the reciprocal of the divisor. Our divisor is 3/2. So, nagiging 2/3. The reciprocal is 2/3. Diba? So, then, proceed to multiplication. So, 20/3 times 2/3. 20 times 2 is 40. 3 times 3 is 9. So 40/9 is improper. So we can change it to mixed number. Mixed number, so we have, as I've shown you a while ago, you are going to divide 40 divide 9. The result is 4. 4 and 4/9. Ito yung remainder, 4, di ba? 4 and 4/9. So we have thus the quotient is 40/9 or 4/9. 4 and 4/9. Okay. So, pwede yung ang sagot improper, pwede ring mixed number. As long as it is in the simplest form. When you say simplest form, hindi na siya pwedeng i-reduce. Okay. Next, punta naman tayo sa addition. Let's proceed to addition and subtraction of decimals. Decimals naman tayo. Okay. Decimals are added and subtracted just like the whole number. Align the decimal points, add or subtract the numbers in column, and insert the decimal point in the answer immediately beneath the decimal point in the number being added or subtracted. Ang technique sa decimal point is you are going to align drado palang kalang yung parang walang pattern. Ito yung pattern. We have addition of decimals. Examples. Add 0.005 plus 9.684. So, ito yung okay, we have both numbers or the decimal number has 3 decimal point or 3 digit, no? Okay, so we have add 0.00 plus 9.684 Now, first thing to do is we are going to align. Align. So, align the whole number. Then the decimal, itungod, no? We have the decimal point and the uh, decimal places, or the point or the number after the decimal point. So, 005. So, kailangan naka-align yan. So, we have 9.684. Pagkatapos ng alignment, i-add. So, you have to add. So, 4 plus 5 plus 4 is 9. 0 plus 8 is 6. 0 plus 6, 0 plus 8, baliktad yan. Hindi ko nakita. 5 plus 4 is 9. 0 plus 6 is 0 plus 8 is 8. 8 yan. And then 0 plus 6 is 6. So baliktad yung 6 at 8. Nasa module to galing. So sa module to galing. So we have baliktad. So that affects the decimal point. So align yung decimal point. Kailangan the decimal point yung copy. Kung saan yun naka-align yung decimal point, doon ilalagay yung decimal point. So we have 9.8 and 9.689. 689. So number 2 example, you have to add 34.095 plus 8.68. 8.68. So we have to align. You have to have 34, you have to align 34.095. So, if you observe, yung 34 natin, o 34.095 has 3 decimal places. Whereas yung isa, 8.68, you have 2 decimal places. Pero, yung pag-align niya, yung we have 34, yung 4, yung 8 kasi yung decimal, yung place value niya ay ones. So you have to align it to ones. So 4, you have to align in 4. Then sa decimal point na or decimal numbers, we have 0.95 or 95 thousandths. So ang 0 is tenths, 9 is hundreds, then 5 is thousands. So, sa 8.68 naman, yung 68, yung 68 hundreds. Yung 6 is tenths and 8 is hundreds. So, kailangan naka-align. So, yung 6 sa 0 at yung 8 sa 9. So, add 5 times or 5 plus 0 is 5. 9 plus 8 is 7. Then, carry 1. We have 1 plus 6 is 7. Then 4 plus 8 is 2. Then 4 plus 8 is 12. Carry 1. That is 1 plus 3 is 4. Okay. Then align sila. Yung decimal place niya ay kailangan after 42. Kasi alignment yan. Okay. Next is subtraction of decimal. Subtraction of decimal is the same when you are going to add. Align. First thing to do is to align. So, subtraction of decimal, we have subtract 37.428 minus 10.634. So, align. So, 37.428 minus 10.634. 8 minus 4 is 4. 2 minus 3. Ito, 2 minus 3, maliit yung minuin. Minuin natin maliit. So, we have to borrow 1. So, magiging 12 yan. 12 minus 3 is 9. So, yung 4 magiging 3. So, 3 minus 6, di pa rin pwede. We have to borrow another 1 from 7. So, yung 7 magiging 6. So 3 magiging 13. 13 minus 6 is 7. Then, 36 minus 10 is 26. Okay. Then, subtract number 4, we have 65 0.030 minus 26.732. So align. So you have 65.030 and 26.732. So 0, that is 0. 0 minus 2. So dili pwede, cannot be. So maliit yung menuin kaysa subtrahen. So we have borrow 1. So that is 10 minus 2 is 8. So si 3 magiging 2. So di na pwede kang 3. So subtract. So borrow 1 again. Si 0 magiging 9 yan. We have 3 or 12 minus 3 is 9. So this is 9 minus 7 is 2. Si 5 magiging 4. So borrow. So 14 minus 6 is 8. So si 6 magiging 5. So 5 minus 2 is 3. So 38.298. Okay. So let's proceed to multiplication and division of decimals. Now, the rules in multiplying and dividing decimals is almost the same as the rules in multiplying whole number, except that you have to be extra cautious of the decimal point. So, kung paano nyo in-multiply at dinivide yung mga number, ganun pa rin yung pagiging, yung rule natin na gagamitin. Pero, magiging, because, magiging, we have to make sure or we have to be careful with regards to the decimal point, the location of our decimal point. Now, for example, we have 32 point or 321.4. You are going to multiply it by 0.31. Take note that the decimal place of our multiplicand, or we have 32 or 321. We have 321 minus 4. We have the decimal place is 1. Whereas 0.31 has 2 decimal places. So arrange the number vertically. Then multiply the number as you are multiplying the whole number. We have 4 times 1. So let's start with 1. 1 times 4 is 4. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 3 is 3. Then 3 na naman. 3 times 4 is 12. Carry 1. We have 3 times 1. 3 plus 1 is 4. Then 3 times 2 is 6. Then 3 times 3 is 9. Then add. The result is 99634. So in this part, you have to make sure, starting from the rightmost end of the product, move the decimal point to the left, the same number of places as the sum of the decimal places in the multiplicand and the multiplier. So we have, yung multiplicand natin is 4, we have 1 decimal place, and then the multiplier is have 2 decimal places. So all in all, we have 3 decimal places. You have to add the decimal places, 3 decimal places. So you have to move the decimal point to the left, the same number of the places. So 3 places, 1, 2, 3. So yung decimal point natin is between 9 and 6. So the result is 99.634. Okay? So dividing decimal. So you are going to, how we are going to divide decimal? You have 12.179 or 12.159 rather by 3. So if the divisor is whole number, divide the dividend by the divisor, arrange the rule of a whole number. Then the position of decimal point is the same as that of the dividend. Okay, we have 12.159, then divided by 3, diba? Long division. 12 divided 3, 4. Make sure that our divisor is in the whole number. So our problem number 1 is the divisor is in a whole number. So it's a whole number, so no problem. So we have 12 divided by 3 is 4. So 4 times 12 is 12. Divide, minus, we have, this is 0. Then 0, bring down 1. This bring down 1. 1 divided 3 is 0. 0. Yung 0, kailangan align yan sa 1. Kasi yun yung 1. We perform the division in 1. So we have, then the decimal point, kailangan maka-align. So we have 0 times 3 is 0. So 1 minus 0 is 1. Bring down 5. So that makes 15 divided by 3 is 5. 5 times 3 is 15. So we have minus. That makes 0. So bring down 9. 9 divided 3 is 3. So yung 3, kailangan naka-align yan sa 9. So we have 3 times 3 is 9. So minus is 0. Okay, the result is 0. Then the result is 4.053. Okay? Another example is divide 365.555 or 55 by 1.5. So, in this example, the divisor is not a whole number. So, make the divisor a whole number by moving the decimal point in the divisor to the rightmost end, making the number seem like a whole number. Like for example, this one. So, yung whole number or yung decimal point natin, i-move natin to the right in order to make our divisor a whole number. So, that makes 15. So, hindi nagtatapos dyan kasi minove natin yung we move the decimal point of our divisor. So therefore we will move also the decimal point of our dividend, yung nasa loob ng division symbol. We have 365.55 magiging, kasi yung 1.5 nagiging 15 kasi minove natin to the right yung decimal point. Yung 365, one move din, isang movement. So we have 365.55 magiging 3,655.5 na lang. So yung isang 5 nandun na sa kabila. Okay? Next is you are going to divide the new dividend by the new divisor. We have 3,655 minus 0.5 divided by 15. So we have 36 since 2 digits siya. So kailangan 2 digit din. 36 divide 15 is 2. So 2 times 15 is 30. So 36 minus 30 is 6. Bring down 5. Nagiging 65. Divide 15. Nagiging 4. 4 times 15 is 60. So 65 minus 60 is 5. Bring down 5. That makes 55. 55 divided 15 is 3. 3 times 15 is 45. So 55 minus 45 is 10. Bring down 5. So we have 105 divided 15 is 7. 7 times 15 is 105. 105 minus 105 is 0. So the result is 243 minus 7. So when you divide 365.55 divided by 1.5, the result is 243.7. Okay, thank you for listening and thank you for watching. See you in our next video. Have a good day everyone. Keep safe always. Bye-bye.